Good afternoon, everyone. Merry Friday. I believe we are all good. Yeah, it's holiday here. Kind afternoon. I trust we are all doing well. Yeah, I rescheduled the Wednesday Wellness Day to today because on Wednesday I was very busy and I knew today it's holiday, so I will be at home. Better for me to avoid being stressed. All right, guys. So, how are we? Once again, compliments of the season. Today we are going to be looking at arthritis. Remember, when I talked on bone health, when I was talking on it, I said that the next one I will be talking on is arthritis, which also has to do with something that has to do with the bone, which is the joints. All right. So today we are going to be looking at arthritis, the types, symptoms, and causes. That's what we are going to be talking about today. Guys, do you like my today is a new look, a different look. Don't mind me. A friend of mine bought me, gave this wig to me as a gift. So I have to use it so that she also will see that I used it, right? Okay, let's get down to today's business. And before that, let's not forget to thank the Almighty God for the gift of life. He has brought us this far. What a mighty God we serve. Hallelujah. So as we are going to be looking at arthritis, you can take your pen and paper. If you are right there with me, if you are live with me, take your pen and paper and let's go into business so that you can jot down those things that you would love to remember next time. All right. I've talked on arthritis on this platform severally, and I always talk on topics like talking about it. I'll take some time, I'll come back to that topic again because there are new people coming on the platform that have not heard about it, they've not watched it. So that's why I always love going back there, because we need to hear it over and over again to enable us to have better understanding. Like I said, today we are going to be looking at arthritis, type, symptoms, and the causes of arthritis. As we all know, arthritis is has to do with the joints. Okay, arthritis is a name, it's an umbrella where all joint issues stays under. Okay, so whenever you are having joint issues, you know, those days back home in Africa, they call it rheumatism. Okay, they call it rheumatism. There are several types of arthritis. That's why I said arthritis, types, symptoms, and causes. There are several types of arthritis. There are over 100 types of arthritis. But today I'm going to be talking on just two. I have talked on several types of arthritis. You can go down my page and you will find it and watch it if you want to know more about other types of arthritis. But today I'm just going to be looking at two types of arthritis. But first of all, let me re-explain what arthritis is to us. Like I said, arthritis has to do with the joints. When you're having issues, pains with your joints, arthritis is extremely common. It's very common among people, especially in people older than 50 years and above. Even some people at 45, they started having arthritis issues. But kids can also have it. Younger adults can also have arthritis, all right? It causes joint pain, stiffness, and inflammation to the joints. That is what arthritis causes. Whatever joint pains you are having, inflammation you are having on your joints, stiffness you are having in your joints, it has to do with arthritis. That's why I said arthritis is an umbrella where other types of joint pain, stiffness, inflammation, they all stay under that umbrella. Whether you call it rheumatism, whether you call it osteoarthritis, whether you call it rheumatoid arthritis, whether you call it gout, whether you call it juvenile arthritis, they are all under that umbrella of arthritis. And it is a disease that causes damage in the joints. Okay, joints, we all know, are places in our body, okay, where two bones meet. Okay, like here my wrist is a joint. Okay, you can see that even these fingers, there are joints here in the middle, there are joints here, there are joints here, the wrist, you know, there are joints all over our body. And that's the places where arthritis attacks, because it has to do with joint issue, or you have joints pains, your stiffness and inflammation in the joints. That is what arthritis is all about. But some arthritis like I said, there are different types of arthritis. Some arthritis naturally wear down as you age. That is where you begin to have um, wear and tear in your joint, because that joint have been used for several years. Lots of people develop arthritis after that normal, long life, uh, walking, doing things, moving. The joints are also working. As you are moving, the joints are working as well. So as you get older, wear and tear begin to happen to these joints. Some types of arthritis also happen after injuries that damage a joint. Maybe someone had an accident or an injury, maybe an athlete that had an injury also. It can also cause arthritis to that person later in life. Okay, certain health conditions can also cause arthritis. So we are going to be looking at those types of arthritis. Okay, like arthritis, as I earlier said, affects the joints in our body, and where the most places that arthritis affects in the body are the hands. All right, your hands, your wrists, your nails. Okay, the nails, the nail cap, arthritis affects it. Your hips, the hip area, yeah, your feet and ankles, the shoulders, your shoulder, your spine, your lower back, your spine. All right, and it also affects the neck, because it affects the spine. If that person has arthritis or the spine type, it will also affect the neck and the shoulder area. All right, so there are different types of arthritis, like I earlier said, and I said today we are going to be looking at just only two. I'm going to be talking about only two of arthritis. Okay, like I earlier said, there are over 100 types of arthritis, but the most common ones are the ones I want to talk about, which are just these two. They are the most common ones, which is osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. These two are the two types of arthritis I just want to talk about today. Like I earlier said, there are more than over 100 types of arthritis, okay? But I'm just going to talk about these two. Osteoarthritis is arthritis where, because you are getting older, and it is the most common. Okay, osteoarthritis is the most common arthritis because you are getting older, you have used those joints for years, and wear and tear begin to take place in your joints. That is what we call osteoarthritis. Okay, and rheumatoid arthritis also is arthritis that happen when your immune system mistakenly attack your joints, attack your body, attack your joints, and then it causes damages to the joints. And know that all immune everyone have this issue, but in some people, in some bodies, the immune system will mistakenly attack the joints. Okay, the immune system is supposed to protect the joints or the body against foreign there's anything that's trying to come in to attack the body or infect the body. The immune system is supposed to protect it, but sometimes it do happen. The immune system will mistakenly attack the body it is supposed to protect. So sometimes when one has rheumatoid arthritis, the immune system has mistakenly attacked the joints, and that person will be having rheumatoid arthritis. So these are the two types of arthritis I want to talk on today. So if you're having arthritis, depending which type of arthritis you have, it can break down the natural tissues in your joints, which will now cause degeneration. That's the natural tissues in the joints will be broken down, and this will cause degeneration to the joints. Or in some cases, it will cause inflammation to the joints. And when the joints are inflamed, there's inflammation in the joints. Sometimes there will be swelling in that area. When I'm talking about the symptoms, we will get better understanding of this. Some types also causes inflammation, and this inflammation will also lead to degeneration, okay, of the joints. So osteoarthritis, like I earlier said, is the most common type. Okay, studies have found out that around half of all adults around the world, half of all adults will develop osteoarthritis at some point in life because of the stress, the working, maybe the type of job you do. All these things are what contributes to one having osteoarthritis. And sometimes we will begin to see that when we also want to look at the causes. All right, these are the types of arthritis I want to talk about today. Guys, if you are here, kind afternoon to you, Patroni Egariba. You welcome on board. Let me see who's live with me. You're welcome on board. Please do well to share and invite. Share and invite. You're welcome to Healthy Aging with MJE. If it is your first time here, please do well to hit the follow button. Follow this page so that anytime we have new videos, you'll be able to see them. You'll be notified. And also hit the like button. All right, guys. Let me see who is live with me so I can greet. Just a few seconds. Just a few seconds. All right. Kind afternoon, face really thick skin care. You're welcome on board. Thank you for joining me. Oh, you said so beautiful with this wig, eh? Patron, kind afternoon to you, darling. You're welcome on board. Thank you for joining me. All right, so we are going to be looking at the symptoms right now. I've talked about just two types of arthritis, which is osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. And we'll also be seeing the causes later. There are a lot of arthritis out there, over 100 types of arthritis, but depends on the one you are having, okay? Depends on what you are having. The most common one I said is osteoarthritis. And that is what is most common among people because of aging is also part of it. Because of aging and being those joints have been working for several years. All right. So symptoms of arthritis are joint pain. When you begin to experience joint pain, okay, sometimes you can experience joint pain when it is not arthritis. Okay, you are not having arthritis, but when you see that it persists continuously, you've taken paracetamol drugs to pain relief and it's still there, then because pain relief doesn't take it off, it can't work on it. Even if you go to your doctor, because my doctor told me, because I had arthritis, right? My doctor told me that there is no cure to it. Okay, but I later found something that helped me out. All right, that helped me out, which is organic, which is natural, which are herbs. They are natural, they are foods that we eat, they are herbs. All right, these are what helped me out, and I still have them here. All right, this can help you out of it. This is Forever Move. This one is superb. It can help you out of it. All right, if you're having arthritis, it can help you out of it. This is aloe cooling lotion, which you can use. It's a lotion that you can use to when you're having this stiffness, this tenderness, when your joints are being inflamed. You can also use it to massage your joints, and this goes to the 7th layer of your skin. All right, you can also use, like I always say, aloe is a natural detoxifier. It helps you to detox your body daily, taking off inflammation from your body. Okay, these are what helps me. And calcium, do not let it out. Calcium is also part of it to help you have stronger bones as you age. All right, as you age. Though I don't have arthritis anymore because I have been able to work on it and it's gone, but I still take my calcium because I need it for stronger and healthier bones. All right, because we all need calcium in our bones. All right, so these are what I used. Okay, you can also use Forever HA. We have the several packs of arthritis. Depends on what you have and what you can afford. All right, that's how it works. So like talking about the joint pain, the symptoms of arthritis, like I earlier said, if you are having these symptoms like this joint pain and it's not going away, you've taken pain reliever and it's still there, do well to work on yourself. Just know that it's more than normal joint pain. Okay, when you're having stiffness, these are the symptoms. You're having stiffness or reduced range of motion. Reduced range of motion means that your joints cannot move very well. Okay, you cannot move that much because When you have issues with your joints, when you have issues with reduced range of motion, means that you can no longer move your joints. If you want to do things, even if you are sitting down, you want to stand up. If you sat for hours and you stood up, you will see that you are having pains. You're having difficulty in standing. All right, you'll be having pains either in your hips, because I told us the areas that arthritis normally affects, like the hips, your ankles, your knees, your hands, and your wrists. When I was having arthritis, I had the one of the nail and the one of the hands. That if I wake up in the morning, hey, it is a problem. I can't really, maybe you want to go do breakfast, just to open a lid like this. I can't open it. I can't, because my hands, if I wake up, my hands will not be working properly. It will be very painful. Maybe after an hour plus that I woke up, that I'll be able to use my hands. Sometimes after 2 hours, it will be as if your hands are stiff. You can't use them. They can't move very well. And with my nail, then I can't bend. And at that time, I stopped exercising. That is part of reduced range of motion. You understand? And there is also swelling, but mine, I was not having swelling. So swelling is also with some people, they have swelling issue, which means that they have that joints, there is inflammation, they have swelling issue. And arthritis can also cause skin discoloration. Arthritis can, in a way, disfigure someone. You can see the hands will begin to bend. You see this, you're looking at my hands. Some people with arthritis, with a hand arthritis, it will begin to bend. You will see some things will be like, there's are swollen things like lumps on it, and you will be seeing it. It makes their hands look very, very ugly to look at. All right, it is arthritis when you see people like that. Okay, so it causes also skin discoloration. That's one of the symptoms too. It causes tenderness or sensitivity to touch around the joints. All right, when you touch the joints, sometimes it will be as if there's a kind of a shock, something like something is shocking you there. All right, and sometimes there is this kind of, you feel heat or warmth near your joints. All right, it is symptoms of arthritis. Okay, it is symptoms of arthritis. These joint pain, stiffness or reduced range of motion, tenderness or sensitivity around the joints, skin discoloration. Some people can have arthritis. Arthritis can also, I have a client that arthritis causes, if these areas that people normally have uh, eye bag, all right, here. She have this place that it has now become so red. It is not cream, it is arthritis. It has caused discoloration of skin for her. That this area, if you look at her face, this area, it has, if you see her, you think maybe she used cream burnt her face, or maybe it's something, or maybe like kind of, can I say eczema? Eczema is not red, no. It makes her face to look very red, and she's a fair person, So it's kind of discolored her face and make her face look somehow. It is arthritis. Do you understand? Then that is when you did not know on time or work on it on time. All right. So these are things that arthritis can cause. These are the symptoms of arthritis. When you begin to have all these symptoms, just know that it's arthritis, especially when you're having joint pain and you take joint painkiller and it's not going. Pain reliever don't work on it, because I have had it. When I'm talking about arthritis, it is what I suffered. I suffered it, and I know how it is. All right. Don't mind did not get to that situation that the hands will be like kind of bending the hands and the hands look ugly, or the legs. Arthritis can give somebody K-leg. That's the truth. Arthritis, it can give someone K-leg. That person have had straight legs all the days of his or her life. But arthritis can give one K-leg. The person leg will become like this. It's arthritis. You can find this in older women. All right, you can find this in older women. Not that at that particular time that the leg changed, the leg deformed. That's deformation. Okay, when the legs became deformed, it is not that same time that arthritis started. It has been there. Maybe because it was not taken good care of. Normally they will say there is no cure. I'm telling you guys, my own, I get cure. Mine was tough. I was leaping on my leg. Yeah, I was leaping then. I was no longer able to do my exercise, all right? But when I was able to, at the end, when I was able, my doctor told me I've went for all different scans, doing all tests, all sorts of medicines that they gave me. It didn't work. At the end, she told me, when I told her that this thing is not working now, she said, this thing, you just have to manage it. Oh. It doesn't have cure. I said, what? I can't manage this. I'm a moving train. How can I have nail issue? I can't move my hands when I wake up. It's like I'm not old. My hands are like old woman. Even old woman can even open a lid when she wakes up in the morning. But glory be to God. I'm grateful for that. God brought someone my way and I found a solution. All right, and that was what I just showed you guys, a solution. Natural organic supplements. They are all supplements and they are natural. Those are what I use. That helped me out. So my doctor later found out that I found cure. Okay, so sometimes all these things are politics. You understand? If you find cure like that and now you go out, you get, it not go work. Sometimes it's like politics and they tell you this thing doesn't work. But sometimes we as a people, we also neglect those things, natural things that God has given us. Do you understand? We neglect those things. We see them as like they are fetish. What we see as fetish is what Oyinbo don't package for us. Yes, what we see as fetish. We say it's not good, it's herbs, it's this, it's that. Oyinbo will make we learn how to package things and make them real good, not fake packaging or real genuine packaging. Because like this one now is genuine packaging. They are all herbs, they are foods that we eat. Alright? They are foods that we eat. This is with curcuma membrane and this is with also egg. All right, so they are foods that we eat with herbs together. They are foods that we eat. If we are able to package them and make them look good and it is working, you see that something good will come out from it. Like something good came out from this. That is why I am an ambassador of it. Anywhere I go, I talk about it because that was what helped me. All right. So where you experience symptoms depends on which type of arthritis you have. Depends on where you are having your symptoms, where you're having the pains. That depends on the type you are having and which of the joints it affects. Okay, some types of arthritis cause symptoms in waves that come and go, called flares or flare-ups. There are some people who say, this I've been having arthritis for some time. After it went away, it's come back. It's called flare-ups. It goes and it comes back. That's a different kind of arthritis. But if you're able to work on it, it won't come back. May others make your joint feel very, very painful or stiff at the same time. Or sometimes even after physical activities, being maybe you walk, you do things, or even if you exercise. Like when I was having mine, for where I was not able to exercise again, but because my knee was so painful, I can't even, it was stiff too, I can't even bend it. If I hold, maybe let me hold something that is about 1 kilo now, it will be as if the pain, that a kilo of weight that I hold is on top. I just dropped it on top of my nail. I will be feeling pain there. Whatever I'm holding, it's like it's on top of that nail. Anything I hold, I will go and feel the pain. The pain will just be there. Do you understand? So I was no longer able to exercise at that time. All right. But you can see that I do exercise now because I am okay and I give God all the glory. So what are these things that causes arthritis? What is the cause of arthritis? Like I earlier said, like osteoarthritis, it depends on our body as we are aging, all the hard jobs, what we did, the wear and tear in the joints, because those joints have been working for years. If you have a car, you buy a new car, the car will be very, very even the steering will be very, very free when you are driving it. But as years goes by, it will be kind of stiff. Sometimes you need to put oil. There are areas you need to add oil. Oil, you have to be adding it all the time to make the engine even work very well. Do you understand? So our body gets old too. Not only things that we buy. As we age, our body inside also age. Not only the outer part, even the inward part ages too. So we have to know how to also grease it, take good care of our body. It's funny, but it's true, all right? So what are these things that causes it? Like I said, osteoarthritis is because of your age. Naturally, it happens. Osteoarthritis, naturally, it happens because of age, okay? Because you have been using those joints for a very long time, and wear and tear will begin to take place because of the cartilage, okay? The cartilage conditioning, because the cartilage is little by little going away or getting more dried. It's getting dried. You know, when I'm talking about the cartilage, I'm talking about, for example, if you are that person that have killed a live chicken before, then when you see, when you try to cut the hand, you will try to separate it, you will see that there is something like a kind of a tendon that is holding the two parts, and that thing is difficult for you to cut. Do you understand? It's difficult for you to cut it, all right? So that is what we call the cartilage. And as you are aging, it will begin to also dry up. It's no longer as how it used to be, okay? So when those things are wearing out, you also need to help it. You need to help it so that your joint will be kind of greasy. That is because that thing is there. You know, joint is where two bones meet, all right? When that thing is in between the two bones, the bones will not be crushing on one another. But by the time it begins to dry up, the bones will begin to crush on one another, on the other one, and that is why you begin to feel those pains. That is why stiffness come in. That is why you can no longer exercise when you are having those pains there. And you begin to see that sometimes because of inflammation, it will be swollen. Because when the bones are crushing over each other all the time, before you know it, inflammation has set in, and it will be so painful that there will be swelling as well, all right, or tenderness in that area, or sometimes you feel like that area is kind of too very warm in your joints area, okay? That's what causes, it depends on which type you have, because there are various types of arthritis, and the arthritis depends on the type that you have. The type that you have depends on the kind of name it is called, or where you are having it, the area that it affects, the joints it affects in your body. Like talking about, like today I said I will be talking on only just two types of arthritis, which is osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. When we come to the rheumatoid part of it, I said it is when the immune system, your own body mistakenly attack your joints, all right? And sometimes you see people having different types. You say there's immune kind of ailments. This immune system can also, not only the joints, can actually attack the body, all right? But when it mistakenly attack the joints, then these pains, these arthritis of a thing will come up, because as it attack the joint, it will damage that joint, causing pains and all that there. So these are certain things that causes arthritis, okay? Because of age, because maybe your immune system mistakenly attack your joints. And again, another thing that can cause arthritis is certain viral infections. When you have some kinds of viral infections, one that I will say is COVID-19. Before COVID-19 came, we know that there are also viral infections out there that can trigger arthritis. Like the COVID-19 can also trigger arthritis because it is a viral infection as well. It can trigger arthritis, okay? And when you have some people have they had COVID, but they didn't have any. It was not severe, very mild one, and it passed. Some people had it and it was very severe. COVID, some people will have it and they will be having pains in their muscles. You'll be having pains. It's as if something is cutting inside your body, like your flesh, your muscles, especially where your muscles is. It's like something is cutting or something is drawing you. It's painful. It will want to be as if you are having this when one is having muscle pull, all right? But it is not that. It is the viral infection of the COVID-19 that is the cause of that. And this triggers, if you are that person that had um, arthritis before, and maybe you were able to work on it and you are okay, or you were managing it, then you had COVID, it will worsen the situation. Even if you have been able to work on it and it's gone, COVID will trigger it again. You have to rework on it after COVID. All right, I'm just talking about the causes, those things that can cause arthritis, the types of arthritis, and the symptoms of arthritis, so that we'll be able to know when we are having the symptoms. If this one is that type that I've taken for the past 1 week is still there, I've taken pain relief and it's still there, and I'm still having these joint pains, then know that it is more than normal joint pain. It is no more than normal body pain. You need to work on it to enable you have your body back, right? Your joints intact. And also I've talked on the causes. So this is what I have for you guys today. And in case you are out there, you are still struggling with it, like I said, you can have it in your hips. When I'm talking about your hips, I'm talking about your waist region. When you have arthritis, if you sit down for a very long time, you can't, if you're having the one of the waist, you can't stand. Especially osteoarthritis. That was what I had. If you have that, if you stand up, you will feel pain. You know, like how those early men walked, if you have seen it before. If you have watched the film, or you've seen it in the book, you see how Homo sapiens, how they are. That is when you stand up, you can't stand straight. You first of all say like Homo sapiens, and then Homo sapiens sapiens, and then you find how you now try to look for balance. All right. So that's what arthritis can do. It can cause several pains. So if you're out there and you are still struggling, or you know someone that is still struggling with arthritis, let that person chat me on +39 351 277 3637, and the person will be fine, will be good, and the person will be glad that you help the person out. Yeah, because the person will come to testify, just as I'm testifying of how, because me, I always use my own self no, I always use my own story to tell you guys how it helps me. Yeah, and that person also will begin to sing the same song I have been singing to many out there. All right, it helps me, and that was what brought me to the cyberspace, because I knew that a whole lot of people are in that situation. They are passing through it, because I had friends that were so leaping on their legs even before mine started. All right, so those that had hair that also used it, it worked for them all. All right, guys, so see you guys on Saturday, which is a fitness day. That's tomorrow morning. Get ready, we are going to dance. We are going to dance to shake your body, so your joints and all will be your joints will be working well. Your body will become a little flexible, but not just only this tomorrow. You need to continuously do it. All right, you need to continuously do it, because it's not just what you do once and you think you are okay. No, you do it over and over. You have to also be committed to what you are doing. All right, guys, so thank you once again. Do well to chat me if you are in need. Thank you, and God bless everyone. Have a beautiful evening, and see you guys tomorrow morning by 10 a.m. as we shake our body. Lots of love. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. And once again, if you are having arthritis, you will be having it at 20% discount. If you are getting arthritis product, you will get it at 20% discount. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Love you all.